Hello, hello, hello. Welcome again to the Unifier Hour. Me people them wherever on a day in the world, they bring plenty I'll do to all man. If not morning for you, I tell you morning. If not afternoon for you, I tell you good afternoon. If not evening time for you, I tell you good evening. When I welcome one more time, I don't say don't taste small when I not see we. But today we don't come and we tell you all thank you we join in, we tune in for listening to the show. Today we get a bit of a different show for now, and we no say waiting una go hear it today, una go glad for your yam, and una go learn plenty thing from am. I want remind una again say una we don't tune in, do ya una share the link una use for tuning. The link una use for join we, for the watch we right now, and for the listen we right now. Do ya una share unto una friends of friends. And also we dey on all the social media platform them. We dey on YouTube, we dey on LinkedIn, we dey on Instagram, we dey on WhatsApp, any of the social media platform them there una can join we dey. And easy for Fenway, una just need for go in and put in www.richardconte.com. Remember, say content na K, www.richardconte.com. Okay, so today I get with me in the studio two people them where I want for make una meet. I go ask we studio manager for let them join we and make una get an opportunity for say hi. So we get with we Mr. Mege and we get Mr. John Tomboy from Bo. Una welcome to the Unifier Hour. Mr. Mege.
Welcome, Madam Valda. Welcome, Ifambulem. Welcome to the Unifier Hour again. It's a great pleasure for able joining again. We tell you thank you everywhere we want to listen we from. Again, this time again from the diaspora.
Mr. Tomboy from Bo City, go ahead.
Yeah, good evening, Varda. Good evening, Albert. Good evening, members of the Unifier team, both home and abroad. Good evening, all comrades of the mighty APC, Mina John Tomboy, the media head for the Unifier team, Bo District.
Welcome to the Unifier Hour. So as usual, we get straight into some questioning. And we know say right now we country, things not be like how them for be. Yes, fet no day, but not all man yet settle. With what happened recently, Boku afraid then at the country, people then they worry about waiting they go on, the registration process getting on while way they go on with time. So I just want for let we discuss some of the things them where they go on and how we as a party APC, All People's Congress, they handle waiting they go on. And so I want to put this question to Una all too, and I go ask Mr. Mege for answer first, and then Mr. Tomboy, I go put the same question to you. Waiting Una see as waiting they happen na the APC party right now with all of this background where they go on na the country. How Una see we party they deal with this?
Well, Valda, I go make a left let Mr. Tomboy of Motor and the small and thin then at the ground. Maybe he get a different perspective of waiting they happen actually from the diaspora, from waiting we they see and waiting with the Yeri, it might be a little bit different from waiting then they feel and Yeri and seeing at the ground. So let Mr. Tomboy of Motor small, let me go come in.
Okay, Mr. Tomboy, you get the floor, sir. I don't know if we get some connection issues with Mr. Tomboy in connection. As we know, okay, it look like say you day on. Go ahead, sir. Go ahead, sir. You hear the question I ask?
Hello, I think we get problem with Mr. Tomboy, and we go with Valda. Repeat the question again. Let me separate the handle now.
So we they see, so many things they go on now salon right now. the registration process, it look like say there's so many problems going on with it, with the area about computers breaking down, with the area about lineups where they seem for go on forever, with the area say the registration station there supposed for open from 7 o'clock morning, so now they open say 10 o'clock, some even after that. And there's so many things going on. And we know say APC as a party, we need for definitely ensure say we own people then we grassroots, from grassroots up to the higher echelons in the party, all man need for register so that they go able for vote, because now the only way that one day where we can elect the government where we want and remove the government where we don't want. So we dey try for figure out how the party they maneuver with wetin they go on, how this they affect the party with all the things wey they go on right now in the country.
Well, definitely get to affect the party in some way. But again, from the diaspora, waiting with the see and Yeri and waiting with the see on video, because now the world don't small. The world big, but it don't small because of the video and social media, you're able to see exactly what's they happen at the village. Who's trying to do registration? You're able to see because video clips and they come out. As a party, I feel that we need for take note and respond to each and every claim where they happen in different booth here within the register, and make sure we be known to the international community and also to the party as a whole. Because if them people here they try to do registration, machine not they work. I listened to an audio where one of the NEC officials they say at least the average 60 per day. Then they register per station, 60 people. Then they go to register per day. Now, if you times that 60 day times the amount of station that we did register, then you also times them with the amount of days when they register, you will able to come up with the total amount of people them when they go to register statistically. But that's not the correct figure. 60% per day, that means that machine is not really capable of doing the job. Salon law estimates say out of 7 million people, maybe 5 million eligible for vote or 4.5 million eligible for vote. That's just a guess number. We don't know the statistics. So with this thing where they go on to like different registration centers, I again say powerman chief or chief not going to recommend more than 2 people per day. So if you get 5 or 10 people in camp, the powerman chief can only recommend 2. The other 8 them for go with, you know. And not all man that them villages get birth certificate.
Mm-hmm.
But they are Sierra Leoneans and they're eligible for vote, not their right. And so there's a lot of things for the party for take note of and wait them for address. You know, like you mentioned about the computer not the function properly. You mentioned about electricity. So inside the way generator all day. You mentioned about not opening the center in a timely fashion. You mentioned about some people being disenfranchised. Picking the way go be 18 come June, and then they make them able to register now. But come June, then go down 18, and they're liable for vote. But they're not going to vote because right now they're not 18, but they're not allowed them for register. So again, we particularly for be very conscious of waiting to go on and make sure this thing is reported to the people who are in charge, and also the international community who sponsor the election, because this can really turn out bad for we as a party.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. Indeed, you hit on a few key points then. We know say, yes, for sure, na salon, but people, they will not get birth certificate. You ask them their age, they don't know. Sometimes when they don't big small, then go choose their own birthday. But Boku, even the mommy and the daddy go say now when I plant that farm tradi, now in this been born, now in this born. So they not get dates. And now we want to implement this kind registration system. I think say you hit that point there very well, because waiting the government need for do, they need for make sure say then take into account that kind lack of record keeping, and find a way where then go able for validate them people they are and make sure say them vote. That limitation where they don't put on the paramount chief then say na 2 person for day, then they don't make no sense, because the paramount chief go able for verify plenty of them people there will not get birth certificate. But if they limit them, no problem. So thank you so much where you raised them tin and day. Um because they're very key points then. Mr. Tomboy, I don't know if you don't connect back and if you're able for chip in and add to this question.
Almost I'm for appreciate una so much for una give me this opportunity for I go able for join una as far as the Unifier radio discussion is concerned. Of course, we know say there has been a lot of challenges ranging from the party to start with, because we know say just after 2018 elections, a lot of issues then be done dey concerning about this flabia issue take up to date. We be done dey see say a lot of problems, and because of that, certain group of people thought and feel say they need for come for create a change inside the party, and that change there will be done dey see say a lot of remarkable changes be done dey happen. But for quite long, I think we don't dey get a lot of challenges within the party. We don't dey go back and front. But to God be the glory, because we don't dey see say stakeholders don dey come together for make sure that APC able for come together, because we know say now only when we able for come together, at least we go able for make sure that we pull SLPP na governance come 2023. With regards the registration exercise, there are a lot of challenges and all actually there from the onset, because we know say from the past government, we know say there were a lot of machines for make sure that they're able for register people there. But with this one here, we don't dey see say limitation don't they? Even the machines and when they car with a lot of the machines and faulty. More especially with the Yerif na the north, for say problems and they with the machines, and not only the north, even both districts where I find myself there. Could you believe the day where registration exercise be supposed for start? Because everybody be know say neck we don't put timeline for say registration supposed for start by 7 o'clock a.m. Like me on center where I be register, registration not start till almost after 10 o'clock. Could you imagine? And we know say according to NEC the policies we then push that registration for start at 7 o'clock a.m. and at 5 o'clock p.m. But some centers and the registration be they go until up to 6 o'clock. So then they I believe say it not good for this country here, because registration elections we for let we succeed and they start right from registration. So if we don't begin to see a lot of issues with the around the registration exercise, honestly, it's not good. And government supposed to make sure that they supposed to don't put all mechanisms in place. But up to date, there are a lot of challenges. Therefore, let even people then go register themselves na problem. You see, a very much unfortunate. Even where would they rally around, talk to people for make sure that for let them go able for can register. Somebody go tell you for say, I mean not a government they feed me, or you don't say oh they vote for people that up to date will not able for see no impact, no changes will not able for see. So people then the way they give them then talks there. He said so pass we get they talk to them for make sure that they're able for go register. Then the other challenges, say these first time voters, we don't they see a lot of restrictions, when then they go for go register, you they see say the next officers and they deliberately withhold on them people there, then go ask them certain things, and like just like how Mr. Megebi talk concerning about the birth certificate. Not to everybody get birth certificate. Some people they not even know the year where they born there. So there are a lot of challenges and where it surround the registration exercise. Some pikin dem dey dem no go school So they don't pass 17 years, approaching to 18 now. Where then they go, even with all that, where then they even try for the valid reasons why they need for register, but you still they see neck officials and they deny for let them go able for register them people there. Like the center where I be register, I be fortunate for encounter one of them problems. He said two people then they wait the neck officers and reject them. But at the ending of the day, somebody when a political figurehead now can able identify them people there. Which to me I be saying say it be unfortunate and not supposed for to happen because we know say when it don't come in terms of identification, we believe say the community authorities, either paramount chief or section chief or town chief, now their responsibility. But if a political figure they come for can identify somebody, when once neck them don't reject them people then you go see political figure go can say no, this was yes, I be and then thing there. To we it is unfortunate and I believe say them we don't tell them for say then thing they're not supposed to happen. So as far as the registration exercise is concerned, there are a lot of problems with a besiege around the registration exercise.
Thank you so much, Mr. Tomboy. You name a whole bunch of different issues there. We very serious for we as a party. But I also want for just stay on this a little bit more because we don't they see video then they go around with people then they go give money during the voter registration process. um, I don't know if una don't see that one day or if una don't able that day, but I dey wonder with that kind thing they way they can out where they make them to the international community. How that one day they affect not only the voting registration process but also salon in journey for achieve what we they look for, what we they call democracy, because now that's
Um,
the main thing where they make people then go for go register and eventually go vote. Now democracy they bring down one day. But when we they see them kind here, I they wonder how then they affect we journey toward this democracy. Go ahead, sir, Mr. Tomboy.
Honestly, Vada, it's not good for we democracy as far as Sierra Leone is concerned because nothing way. In fact, I not only area but me say don't they see it happen because we don't they see a lot of videos and where they go around the social media and this not to the first time where the ruling government we don't they do anything there. Honestly, it's not good for we democracy. Not to only like decide whether anything they happen, even like both I see some situations and where they see ruling party, you dey see dem dey cook food, dem dey cry and go, then they go give neck officers and then thing dem I think we will not ever be done the envisage then thing dem during the previous government. You know, all wetin we be dey do, they make sure that when once we get with party agents and even when we be there in governance, but we always they make sure that we deviate from them thing there because e not good for we democracy. But today they see bunch of stakeholders from SLPP go see them go they go around, then they take money, then they give people then around the registration centers. You go see them get them banners and then they park vehicles and then they move around, then they talk to people then for say na matter na say law common law register, then thing that I believe say not good for democracy. And when once then thing then they continue, honestly, that go derail the democracy in this country. And we know actually want for let them thing then continue for happen. We know say it don't start, but we they urge the government for make sure that then thing then let them put a stop to her. More especially the electoral commissioner because we know say now so somebody we responsible for all them things. I believe say these are things and where them we don't come up out with rules. So we suppose we they expect say for anybody will go against the rules of the game, they're supposed for take action against them people then. But you they see then they left them people then they know they do nothing because they feel say anything they way then they do a fine. And as far as Sierra Leone is concerned, then thing they're not good for with democracy and not good for the society and even globally and not good because we believe say the rebel war will be happening at Sierra Leone as a result of them have five things and where they don't begin they do.
Well, thank you so much, Mr. Tomboy. I don't know if you get cut off because of connections, but you don't give me a number of really important points there. Um, it's so obvious, say, this ruling party, then this ruling government, they not really care about any of the rules or any of the regulations. Then they abuse them openly. They not care about the process or procedure. Then they clearly violate all the rules, and then they do them boldly. They're not even hide. Then they do it in your face. They don't care what people then say. And that one they definitely go affect the not only the voter registration, but the results of the registration. How valid their results then they could be. And Mr. Megan, another question they I get for you. How valid you think, say, the voter registration process could be in the end where we they see all that kind abuse there? Go ahead, Mr. Megan.
Well, Valda, Fola just mentioned on that. There is corruption in the process already. Okay, corruption to the highest degree. And also there are rules wherein we not for bribe NEC officials or bribe voters. I mean, if you want to compensate somebody or motivate somebody for go register, that's fine. But for publicly take money, you they give NEC officers and then you they give what they call it's not right. You know, then a corruption to the highest level. And I think say then they circumvent the whole process, the registration process, the electioneering process, and no right waiting to do so. We see them blatantly, and the international community they see them blatantly that then they take money, they give NEC officials. Now, if they can do them so publicly, what else can they do where the public know they watch? So the registration process already don't get corrupt, and I just pray that they go allow the people for let them just come out and register because they don't corrupt them already. Uh, so democracy, I'm not going to say 100% clear, in a salon right now. But at least let them give the people in the rights, let them register. Let them allow them to register.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. I've been want just follow up on this a little bit and ask, also we see this week 21-man or 25-man committee waiting at their own responsibility with regards to all the blatant abuse they are where they see of the registration process, of the democratic process, waiting at their own responsibility for hold the government accountable for keeping this registration process on the straight and narrow, for let people then go able to register clearly and let the registration results be actually valid. Mr. Tomboy. We get Mr. Tomboy on the line. Okay, look like say we don't lost Mr. Tomboy small. Mr. Mege, I don't know if you go able to comment on waiting I just say, waiting at the role or the responsibility of the APC party in terms of trying to ensure that this registration process goes the way it should.
Well, the party get a very big responsibility, especially the 21-man committee and the 25-man within the choose already for the lower level election. But the party as a whole get responsibility right now for highlight all them here, the malpractice here, come together as a party, talk about this, come with one word, and then go present an opposition point, an opposition standpoint in all of them malpractice here. Where then go make them public, they make them written, they report them to the international community, and the report them committee right now, and now the interim head, that the interim administration, they need for take control of this and come together and put all them personal agendas them aside and come and work as a team for make sure they report them malpractices there.
Yes, definitely. And unfortunately, it seemed like say the party don't be silent on Dentia. We know they hear much way than they do. So I hope say at least some of the people that are on this committee go hear this broadcast and go take up the responsibility for actually come up with an official statement, an official point of view with regard to the dissatisfaction with the way the process they go. Um, I want for just move on a little bit and ask Usai, you see the unifier they play a role with respect to this whole, not just the registration process, but the whole issue of democracy, where right now they're under serious attack in our country. Um, what I want for get from you is any examples where you get for share with we with respect to waiting the unifier they do for try for counter some of the thing and where we they see. Mr. Mege, it now look like say we get Mr. Tomboy on the line right now.
Are they in a little bit of noisy area there? The type of push away. Yeah.
With the
Give me
area
that question
clearly.
again.
I say, with regard to all the abuses where we they see in the registration process and how it affect the democratic process. Right now, democracy they under serious attack na salon. Nobody will go say salon a democratic country the way things they go right now. We know say wherever you in a salon as you talk so they don't put you in a tight place. We know say where people then go for demonstrate, then they respond with live bullets and people then they lost their life. We know say then they target certain people then look like Evangelist Samson, where then kill on the 15th of August, apparently shot from the back, all in a bid for silence anybody we seem for the criticize the way the ruling government they handle things. I ask for let you give me some examples of how and waiting the unifier don't they do for help for counter some of them thing there.
Well, imagine now the name the unifier in itself mean we all now one. Now unity we look for Salona, a small country, we know for divide. Mende Lokot, Timini, Limbab, it doesn't matter. We all now one people then. Waiting they go on to right now, it's not right, it's not good for the country, it's not good for the nation. But we as the Unifier campaign, we believe that Sierra Leone are one country, we all now one people. And it doesn't matter. Today na SLPP they in power. Tomorrow it will be another party go in power. With APC go be in power tomorrow. And how they go want for we all work together amicably. So we get for all of the members say power the change. Power not to forever. How would you like to be treated when they're in power? So are they advise or just they make comments say let the current government be careful, let them take them easy, them that their own family them back then they hurt so because we all not we're all related. So because you get power today, you hurt you brother. Tomorrow when you lost power, when you get power, then you go ask for forgiveness. You go say, "Oh, forgive me," but you not be remember that the way you been get power. So again, the Unifier campaign, we not for bring unity in the country, we not for unify the country, not for unify the people them. So we all effort really not to bring division. We effort now for encourage them for saying now stop this division, this tribalism, nepotism, regionalism. Stop this in this country. Let we all come together. Sierra Leone are one country, we all are one people. So the Unifier campaign, the main goal now for unite the country, unite every tribe, every region, every person. Let we all come together and work for better Mama Saloon. So we all effort now for reach out and bring unity in the country. It doesn't matter if you come on a north, east, west, south. If you are a Sierra Leonean, you are my brother, and we need to get along. And we need for election a process. It come and go. So we don't need for we kill each other. Okay. So again, Unifier campaign, we main goal now for unite the country, and Sierra Leone need to be united now, not to yesterday or now for unite this country.
Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. I don't know if we still get Mr. Tomboy on the line. Mr. Tomboy, they on the line? Okay, it now look like say we get time before really like for Yeri, in your own point of view, for making share with we some of what they go on the ground where the unifier they work on for address some of them blatant abuse they are where we they see of the registration process and the whole idea of democracy in the country. Mr. Mege, I want to ask you personally, tell me some of the reasons why make you they support Dr. Richard Conte for flag bearer for the APC party. Why make you see him as the person we stand above every other flag bearer candidate?
Oh, Valda, that's a very good question. Dr. Richard Conte, normally I can always say there are four M's in politics, okay? I will talk about the four M's later on, but let me tell you one thing. He's a man of character. He's competent, and a man with a afraid God. And a man will believe God and he afraid God, and a man will get compassion and he gets sorry for mortal man. And a possibly intelligent, he's highly educated, and he don't prove him in informal position than way be old from chief of staff, ministry of trade, and also he don't work, na the Nigeria. There are a lot of things where you look at in bio, the things that we don't do, and also even in your own commitment as a Christian or as a man of God, a family man, we married and get picking, then a very good position. Sierra Leone needs somebody with a steady head right now, and needs somebody with a visionary, we're smart, we're competent, we get good character, somebody will get good policies for humanity and development. It don't work in the Ministry of Development. In fact, the pamphlet or the book where the non-profit organization they use in Sierra Leone right now, now in Otoram. So now man we is very good with development. And no say because of the fear of God we get inside his heart. If God allow him for lead that country, Sierra Leone will be a better town, a bit better nation because one, when the righteous lead, the people rejoice. Okay, when you get somebody with afraid God waiting at the front, God said they get mercy over our nation. So we need a good Christian leader. We need a good, competent leader. We need a good man of character. We need somebody who intelligent, we learn, we get vision, and we able development. We're strategic. Another thing, I mean, there's so many qualities I can tell you why I feel say Dr. Richard Conte is the right person. Okay, it cut across also in terms of training. Go school now in Jala, teach now in Jala, come out from the north. I mean, you can, it don't cut across Sierra Leone. And in campaign, it's not only from the north. You go to southeast, you go Pujo on Kaila, on Kenima, Moyamba, they know him. So now somebody will cut across the nation, and somebody will competent, and somebody will get good character, somebody will afraid God, somebody will get God in heart, and somebody will get compassion for humanity. Somebody will get strategy, somebody will develop that nation, will get developmental mind, and somebody will also be approachable. When you meet Dr. Richard Conte, he's approachable. He's fine, he's tall, he's smart, he get money. I mean, I can go on and on and on and tell you why I feel say he's the right candidate at this time that our country. We need a unifier. We need somebody with a afraid God. We need somebody who is able to bring people in together. We need somebody who is strategic. We need somebody who is very intelligent.
Yes, indeed. Thank you so much, Mr. Mege. And Mr. gets a number of things where I can add about the unifier because personally, now the only man that they will me see for be the only viable candidate for APC flag bearer. If for true APC serious about winning the elections in 2023, they really all need for throw their hat behind Dr. Richard Conte, starting from we previous president, Dr. Anis Korma, and Kandong to the youngest grassroots member. Each one need for publicly throw their support behind Dr. Richard Conte. If we serious as a party for win elections 2023, waiting do because right now inside we party we know say Boku division, Boku ala day. Dr. Richard Conte don't work so hard for bring unity Even where them in they develop this 25-man, 21-man committee, Dr. Richard Conte na one of the one that were able for lend in intelligence, lend in experience with the electioneering process, lend the experience with the APC party and waiting good for the party to the interim leader then where they in place right now. When it can to bringing the flag bearer candidates then together, Dr. Richard Conte don't demonstrate in capabilities in that one day, in that they don't form this group within they call the Big Six. And he was instrumental in making sure that group they happen where they able for sit down and talk with one word. Even though they're all na flag bearer candidates, they're still able for sit down and talk with one word. That one day now we need na the APC party. These boku factions, oh, mina this, mina that, and all they help. Waiting we people then get for remember is at this point where we did so, yes, all man get in candidate and media encourage everybody we get an ounce of intelligence 98 for go do your homework. Let you find out about the candidates and let you find out about the potential we then get. Let you find out about the strength then we then get. Let you find out about the plan we then get for the party. Let you find out about how then get for work for make Salone better country. Let you understand, say, not to drag man, they can inside for can be flag bearer. This man don't establish himself. He don't establish himself, he get in your own money. He know they can for can thief salon money. He don't establish himself so much that even when it comes to education, it give plenty people free education. This not even I can go verify independently. When I go ask around, when I go here, all the people that way this man they give free education, all the people that way don't help, all the people that way don't support, personally out of your own pocket. So not a drag man where they vote for now. Not a person where when and get and document in order able read and done because sleep don't care and go because he's so old. No. This man a very intelligent man. When and get and document for read, it is able for read the document from start to finish. And not only that, it they understand everything where they inside the document, how it affect the country and the implications for we as a party. This man able for team up and make sure say APC na a party where everybody for contend with. So me personally, they tell una say una go do una homework, because if una do una homework, no other person no go day, no other flag bearer candidate no go day where una go think say fit for the position except Dr. Richard Conte. Do ya in a let we not make a mistake. Let we make the right choice. And the only right choice is Dr. Richard Conte. Me famble them. Una thank you so much for tuning in, for when I listen to it, for when I watch it today. Una thank you for when I share the link. Una thank you for where una participate in the discussion by una commenting. We appreciate una all. Today we're shortening the show a little bit because we're not able to forget we second panelist for join we because of connection problems. These are some of the things that we definitely we currently need for improve on. And Dr. Richard Conte definitely know say this is one of the area that we improvements need for day. And I know say he work on he get a plan. At anybody right now, una send Dr. Richard Conte question on any aspect of the economy, any partner salon, anything we una think say salon need for work on. When I send una question to Dr. Conte, it get a serious answer for una. And not to just them pantap answer. It give you step by step how we go do them. It show you say now plan way not to it not just think and I aid, it actually don't work out how it go implement the plan step by step and how it go include everybody, every Sierra Leonean, no matter where you come on the country. Because as far as he's concerned, every Sierra Leonean deserve the same opportunity. Every Sierra Leonean deserve the same opportunity for contribute to the country in better one, and it want work with all levels of society, from the young to the old. It want give everybody opportunity for work. So dear, me famble them APC, una not make mistake. When the turn reach, una vote Dr. Richard Conte for flag bearer. He will deliver. Thank you, everybody. And I wish everybody a good day, good evening, good morning, wherever on in the world. Thank you for tuning in to the Unifier Hour.